Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this video and with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Thank you very much. Amun. So let's see, what does the Most High want to talk about today? Okay, we've got mail. So we got faked death, money. Does their energy seem familiar? Fake death, money. Does their energy seem familiar? So somebody faked their death. It has something to do with money. And you can tell that this person is who you used to know by their energy. So if you're around someone and you feel like you known this person before, it's because you have. If you're around someone and you see them have a lot of similar personality traits to someone that you've known before, is because that person is the person that you knew before. You are not mistaken. Their energy seems familiar because their energy is familiar to you. So when you look at their height, specific marks on their body, certain of their characteristics, like the person you used to know, they used to love to tinker with things. They used to love to try to fix things. And for example, they used to love to do things for themselves. And this new person, they're just the same. Maybe it's how the person drives. Maybe it's how the person, maybe the language that the person speaks. There's something about someone that reminds you of someone else. That's because that person is that person with a new identity. They faked their death, and it has something to do with money, and they're back and they're around you. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. That's what God want to talk about. Okay, secret society. So they are a part of some kind of secret club. Okay, and it has everything to do with money. So let's dig into the underlying issue. We got secret society. Okay, we got it's a lie. Interesting. So we're gonna bring out the cards first and then we'll interpret. We got fake license. We got a mix of this and that. Something look like. So there's a look-alike kind of energy. So the mix of, you know what, let me bring out the cards and then, because it gets confusing when I try to do both at the same time. Okay, then we have silence or a blank card. Specific marks on the body, cuts, bruises, moles or the removal of moles. Look for all those type of things. Their height, uh, the size of their feet, maybe their teeth. They've done their face, but they haven't done their teeth. Look at their fingers. Look at check out their hair. I'm hearing check out their hair. If they're always wearing hats, it's because they're probably trying to hide something under their hat. Okay. Yeah. So the description, it just says description on the blank card. And then we have specific marks on the body. So if you want to know if this person is the person that you used to know, if you want to know if this person is actually the person that you used to know, you're going to have to get to them to be able to check them out according to how you knew the old person. There are certain things about themselves that they can't change so easily. Okay? So we got Thug Life, Caribbean, over 120. That may be years or something else. We'll find out what the numbers represent in a moment. And then we got 200. So that goes up. And we got food. I feel like there's two more cards. We got DNA. Now this they can't change. Okay, their DNA is still gonna be the same, even if they have plastic surgery and change their skin tone and change the shape of their face and change their teeth and change. What about the fingerprints? I think that their fingerprints will still be the same as well. But then we got 400 coming up. So the number 400. We'll find out what these represent. Okay, and coming in next is on a mission, obviously, because why would somebody fake their death? Okay, fake their death, take on a whole new persona, and still come around those who they used to know. It's because they're on a mission. They're up to something. It could be something sinister, or maybe they just wanted a new life. Who knows? Well, we got on a mission. Make sure we got that in the frame. All right, so let's see what's happening here. So we got secret society. That's one sentence in itself. Then we got it's a lie, fake license. So their license is fake, okay? Whatever license this person is carrying is fake. The documentation is fake. It's to go with their new persona. Then we got a mix of, and then look alike. And the description, specific marks on the body. Okay. And then that's followed by Thug Life and Caribbean. So what we got going on here is a mix of is talking about some of this person's new traits, whether it's physical or spiritual traits, psychological traits. Okay. So it's like they mix some new with their old, and they can't help it because some of our habits is hard to change our whole self. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's a mixture of their new persona and their old persona. So don't be fooled. If you feel like they feel familiar, if you feel like there's something familiar about the person, there is something familiar about the person because you've known them before. It's that same person who has faked their death, most likely for money. And does their energy seem familiar? Yes. Because they can't change their whole persona, especially their essence. Okay? Because in my case, I know a few people who have faked their death and taken on new persona because they're on a mission. But when they appear to me in a dream, they appear with their own face, their own essence, their own energy. So once you know that person, the essence of that person, they can't change that. Okay? They can't change their essence. So if you're paying attention, it's not a physical smell that you smell, it's your clear sentience that kick in. So it's your psychic smell that you have to use to identify someone's essence. So it's that vibe where it's like something's familiar, but you just can't put your finger on it. You know? It's because you need to tap into your psychic abilities. Okay? We all have it. We all have psychic abilities. It's just some were aware of them, so they've developed them more than others. But naturally, we have them because if you're a regular listener on my channel, you've heard me talk about me seeing things with my spiritual eyes before I knew I had these capabilities. They were already with me. It's just that I didn't have any way of recognizing them. Nobody has ever taught me about them. So it's like I saw it, but I didn't know what I was looking at. And it was not a physical thing that I was looking at, it's something in the spiritual that I was seeing. But as life went by and I had all these experiences and I learned all these words and what they mean, and I've looked back at my past, I can now place, I can make the connections. Okay? So your psychic senses are already activated, they're already in you. It's just you need to consciously connect and start to exercise them, use them more, and you make your psychic abilities stronger. Okay, so they won't just be there on autopilot anymore. You're actually co-piloting them because God is the pilot. We are only co-pilot. Okay. So yeah, so you're what you're picking up is a mixture of their new persona and their old persona. So another experience I must tell you of is okay, maybe this isn't directly related to the person because I had an experience where I met this new guy, right? And he definitely was not the old person that I knew because this new guy, he was very tall. The old person was very short. Okay, so I knew for sure it wasn't him. Okay, not the physical anyway. But as I was interacting with this man, I was sensing the essence of the short man that I knew. So that's some kind of other way of connecting with us without the person being there in presence. So it's like he was using this other man's body and mind or whatever to get close to me. So watch out for that too. If you're sensing these familiarities, it's because there is a familiar spirit around you, whether it's in the physical or they're there in the spiritual. Okay? Okay. So we got a mix of the old energy and the new energy. So God is saying, pay attention. So what you're experiencing is more in the physical realm. Okay? It's somebody that's actually around you. So specific marks on the body, cuts, bruises, molds, and so on. Or if it's somebody that is picking up spiritually, and it's a case like I just mentioned where one person is tall, one person is short, so you know for sure it's not the physical person, but you're picking up things spiritually. You're feeling feelings and stuff that you know you experience with that other person. The vibe is the same. Then those are the specific marks that you should be looking for on the spiritual body. Okay. Then we got thug life. So a thug is someone who is basically unruly. And then we got Caribbean. So, Caribbean. I think I'm gonna need I'm gonna have to get clarification, a deck for clarification. No? So Caribbean. What is that? Okay. So Caribbean is straight Caribbean. Okay? So thug life and Caribbean. So this person is Caribbean. Okay? Okay. So we got the 120. What's this related to? Okay. So we're going to take out the on a mission card. But this person is on a mission. And look what was coming next, their height. If it's somebody in the physical, their height. It's hard to change your height because how are you going to make yourself taller or shorter? You could change your face, you could change your skin color, you could change your eye color, you could change your hair texture, I guess, with a, yeah, with like chemicals and stuff, but your height. You could get fatter, you could get skinnier, but your height. Okay? So we're going to keep the on a mission card. Oh, okay. So what is this coming through as we got height and then followed by water. So that's talking about emotions. Wanted a new life. See, that's what the person's mission is. They wanted a new life, but they came back around you because they wanted to increase your love for them. It's like they wanted a new chance to be around you or be with you. New life, we got new location, but the secret is out. So, yeah, top secret, declassified. Declassified. Call me Miss Declassified. Okay, we got meat suit, mask, and or fake bodysuit. So these things they'll use that too to fool us. But there's certain personality traits, even if they have on a meat suit, like one of them CIA latex suits, we still know it's you. Yeah, because of your reputation. There's certain things that we just know is related to this person, and that's why the energy seems familiar. So I hope that we got that part very clear. Because I need to take the same deck to clarify the 120 and the 200 and stuff. So, ooh, we got God coming in next. Like, yeah, I'm telling. God say, I'm telling. Top secret declassified. Okay, that's how we do it around here. All right, so we're gonna keep those. So let's see what the 120, let's see what the numbers represent. Yeah, so this person faked their death and came back around you because there's something that you got that they want. Okay, it could be your love. In my case, my people came back around me to make money off of me and to hurt my feelings to break me down, shit like that. Yeah, fake death for money. Yeah, in my case, my people came back to make money off of me. But fortunately for some of you, maybe they came back around you to make money with you. Okay? Because it says height and water wanted a new life. So it's like they were emotionally taxed and they wanted a do over or something around you. It's got something to do with you. Yeah, my people were getting paid. They faked their death, took on a new persona, and get paid to hurt me. Hopefully, it's not the same for you. Hopefully, they came back for good things in your story. But the secret's out. Because that's what we do here. So, clarifying 120 says age over 120, but I don't think this is related to age. I could be wrong because usually when we get readings with this deck and the numbers come out, they represent different. Sometimes they represent time, sometimes they represent money, sometimes they actually represent age. So let's see what. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we got Nephilim energy. So Nephilim energy is God energy. Okay, good God energy, not bad God. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, they were taxed. All right. So the numbers are represented by karma. We got karma for their masculine energy. So male energy is how we go about things. That's our go-getter energy. Yeah. So the 120, their thug life, followed by Caribbean. Okay. So they were living that thug life, most likely in the Caribbean and wherever else they were. And their accumulated karma is measured up to 120. Okay. And then it went up more, 200. Okay. So that's their karma for how they were going about life. Okay. So they accumulated karma. And then we got food. And then DNA. So food is the information, because at the bottom of the deck they changed the educational institution. So the way that they were thinking, the philosophies that they used to live by, it actually accumulated a whole bunch of bad karma for them, right? And they got sick of the life that they were living, okay? Because the food, which is the information that they were getting, it determined their DNA. In this case, is not their body's DNA, but their life's DNA. It's like I got all these reports following me. I just need to become a new person. Okay, so they accumulated too much bad reports and they decided I need to become a new person. Okay, so then it go up to 400. So from 120 to 200, now their karma is measured at 400. So things got worse for them because they were on a mission. And then we got height and water. So they became overwhelmed. And that's why they wanted a new life. It became too much. Their karma, all the bad things that they did to the people that were around them, it became too much. So they just thought the best thing I could do is fake my death and become someone else. So they wanted a new life and a new location. You know, if you go talking to whoever this person is, if you go into a new life and a new location with the same shitty, fucked up mindset that got you into this problem in the first place, if you go into it with the same mindset, you're gonna soon want to fake your death and leave this new life that you started as well and try to find a new identity and a new place to go fuck up the people and fuck over the people around you. Your problem is not your body, it's not your face, it's not your location. Your problem is your mindset. You need to treat the people around you better so you don't feel like running away from them. You need to train yourself to stop accumulating so much bad juju. You need to stop putting out bad juju. Stop treating people bad, and people won't want to treat you bad in return. So you left your old life with that fucked up mindset and you come into a new life. I hope you didn't exercise all those same fucked up mentalities. So anyway, the secret is out. We got the meat suit, their reputation. You see? And then God has to step in. Look, the underlying issue with the karma, how they went about karma, we got changed educational institution, and then the police was after them. They got into trouble. A lot of trouble. Look, the number is even bigger now, 500. And we got accent. So it's where they learned, it's where they grew, like who they grew up around. The type of people that they allowed to speak into their ear, speak into their mind, the type of people that they allowed to educate them on how to live life. They were clearly around other thugs. They were clearly around other thieves or killers or liars, okay, scammers. That's the type of people that they hung around. And it just made their karma get even worse. Now they want to bring it back down. 150. We got African, and they changed their race. So they brought it down, they think, when they changed their race. So they were probably a black person, Caribbean, African, and they changed their race and got a fake certificate. They got fake birth certificates, and now they're in Anunnaki energy. So it's kind of like, I'm still going to be the fucked up individual that I was, but I have to be more clever about it this time around. So they haven't learned. They just think that they can do the shit again, but they think they can do it better than they did before, where they won't get caught. To whoever is doing this, I would like to educate you on spiritual law. You are not in trouble with the people that you did wrong to, as much as you are in trouble with God and the universe that sees and knows everything about you. So it don't matter how many times you change your face or change your race. It doesn't matter. You're going to pay for what you've done. Even if the people that you did the wrong to do not hold you accountable, the universe itself will always hold you accountable. So if you want to stop getting into trouble, and if you want to avoid bad karma on your life's path, your best advice is to stop doing wrong to others, because you're not just doing wrong to others, you're also doing wrong to yourself. That's why, even though you were hurting other people, you had to run away, because you were hurting yourself. And if you do it again in this new face, with this new name, in this new identity, in this new location, you're going to have to pack up and leave again. And the karma that you accumulate in this second life, it's still there for you to endure. You still have to pay for it. There's nowhere that you can run to escape what you've already done. You've already done the crimes. So you not only have to be aware of the physical police, you need to be aware of the spiritual police. So they can't shut me up, yeah? They try to have builders make noise while I'm doing my videos. Remember last time there was somebody pounding? And that wasn't effective enough. So now they got somebody drilling. They're trying to drown out my voices. They can't shut me up. Oh. So yeah. So they got this Anunnaki energy that they're in now. So it's like, I'm still a bad boy. I'm still a thug. Or a bad gal. I'm still a thug. But I'ma just have to be more clever with it this time, so I don't get found out. That's what you think. This new lifestyle, like I said, is going to take you all the way up to 8,000 in measurement when it comes to karma. So from 120 to 200 to 400 to 500 units of karma, right? You thought you were so clever, you gonna change your life and you reset your karma, so you think, to 150 units of karma, because you're this new person now. I haven't done any wrong. Yeah, right. Stop fooling yourself. This new lifestyle is taking you up to 8,000. Your old lifestyle was better than this new lifestyle. You had less karma back then. Now your karma is off the charts. All of this karma, you still need to pay. You will pay. It don't matter if you pay in this life or the midlife or the afterlife. You're going to pay. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Your problem isn't your location or changing your race or any of that. That karma that you did in your first persona, your first identity, it follows you. You do not escape it, even if you get a new face. Even if you start around a new bunch of people and you have a new race and nobody know what you've done, the spiritual police know what you've done. Karma know what you've done. God know what you've done. God knows your reputation. God know you. So you can't hide. And like I said, even humans who are paying attention can recognize you. So of course the universe recognizes you no matter what you change about yourself. Even if you drain out all the blood from your body and put some new blood in there, you cannot change your soul. You cannot change the imprint of your soul's essence. God knows who it made you to be. You didn't give yourself a soul. Your parents didn't give you that soul. Your soul came from the soul factory. It has its own code, its own DNA. Your soul has its own DNA code. That's why when y'all show up in my dreams, even though you use somebody else's blood and manage to take on their image, I can still sense you behind that image. I sense you. I smell you. I know you're here. Even if you're not in the dream and you're in the room where whatever is being done, I pick you up. So if me, with my new psychic skills, who know hardly anything about being psychic, I've just started to learn this stuff. If I can pick you up, God can definitely pick you up. And people who are more psychically trained than me, they can definitely pick you up. You cannot hide. So that's what this reading is here to tell you. You faked your death. You took on a new personality. But people who knew you before, they know it's you in this new body, with this new face, with this new skin tone. They know it's you. And even if you go around people who don't know you at all, the universe knows you. There's nowhere you can go where you can hide from the universe. And karma isn't issued by humans. Karma is issued by the universe. You get ill and don't even know how you get ill. You could change your face and your race as much as you want to. You can't stop sickness from taking over your body or your mind. You cannot escape it. Your best bet is to start to live right. Stop accumulating bumbleclot karma. Treat the people around you right. Go about getting things, male energy, masculine energy. Go about your masculine energy correctly. What you don't want for yourself, try not to put it out into the world because it's not going to dissipate. You have to collect what you put out. You're not going to like it, just like the people that you hurt didn't like when you were doing it to them. You cannot run from the karma you've already accumulated. The best thing you could do for yourself is stop creating more negative karma for yourself. Or else you will not be able to stand yourself. You will not be able to stand when it returns. When it's time to pay up, you're going to have such a difficult time. And you created that for yourself. Because like I said, when you're going about hurting people, you're not just hurting people, bruv. You're hurting yourself also. It's just that yours come later, but it's going to come. And the more that you create is the more you have to collect. The best thing we can do for ourselves is to stop creating so much bad karma. It's better you allow people to hate you rather than you show hate to them. Because if they hate you and they try to stop you, you can overstep or sidestep because the universe will protect you because of your innocence. But when you want to be the guilty party, when you want to be playing offense, creating problems for other people so that you can create an easier lifestyle for yourself, that's not okay. Because especially if those people were doing right by God and doing right by other people and doing right by the universe, then who are you to come and disrupt what they've worked so hard to build? Do you know how much discipline it takes to do the right thing? Do you know how hard it is to do the right thing? People who accumulate things by doing the right thing, they work very hard to do. It takes a lot of self-discipline. It takes a lot of saying no to yourself. You lose friends, you lose family. It's a lot of sacrifice just to do the right thing. That's how the world is set up at the moment. And you just gonna bring yourself over there and steal their money that they work so hard for. They didn't steal the money from anybody else. They worked hard for it. They didn't build up a good credit report because of from other people paying. They built it up because they managed their money correctly. They took the time to study what they needed to study so that they could keep themselves out of debt. So they don't owe anybody real money. They work hard for that. You know how much things they saw that they wanted and they could put it on credit, but they didn't take the chance because anything can happen when you got things on credit. Anything can happen and disrupt your ability to pay back. They say no. They say, I'm going to make my own money and I'm going to buy it. I'm going to wait. It takes a lot of self-discipline to do that. And then you go and just come into their life and disrupt their life in whatever way so that you can take whatever you want to take from them. That's a huge price to pay. This is why your karma went up so much. From 500 to 8,000, and you think that you're going in the right direction? It was better that you lived in that lowly life that you tried, that life that you ran away from. It was better than this life that you thought would bring you more joy and more peace and more success. It brought you more problem. From 500 to 8,000 units of karma. That's a huge jump. Like, what have you been doing with this new face and this new race and this new education? What kind of tricks did you learn now? They got you in more problem. That's what God want to tell you. So if you're the person that this person has come back around, I suggest that you stay away from them. Because their karma becomes your karma if they're your friend or your family. If you have them in your life, their karma becomes your karma, because when karma hits them, whatever you used to depend on them for, it's going to throw off your balance as well. So let's say you're a female or a male, and this person that faked their death came back in your life and they became your spouse. When their karma hit, it's going to hit you too because you're connected to them. So if they get sick, they can't go out to work anymore. They become your burden. You can't have sex anymore. You have to live a sexless life. There's no more going on trips. Maybe you have to use your own money to pay for their medical expenses and stuff like that. So if you're connected to this person that's accumulating all this karma, I suggest that you let them go. Because if you're connected to them, whatever you depend on them for is going to be affected when their karma come. That's common sense. You can see what I'm saying to you. And what I'm saying to you is true. It's just common sense. Look at it from a wider scale. If you're used to going to a particular shop to buy bread, and that person that owned the bread shop has bad karma, so much so that their business gets shut down, you as their customer, it affects you because you're connected to them. You can't get any bread from them anymore. It's common sense. So that's how karma works. That's why we have to be very mindful of who we invite into our lives, who we choose to connect to, whether from a business perspective or a romantic perspective. Even our children. Our children come from their last life with karma. They have their own personalities and stuff. If it's too much for you to handle, it's an indication for you to let go. Even your parents, let's look at it from the child's perspective. If you have a child, if you have a parent that is too problematic, their bad karma is going to affect you. You need to start praying. Because nobody got time for that. So now they stop making noise and they turn on the gas chamber. So I can feel it coming on my skin, going in my lungs. It's cool. I'm used to this. So yeah. So look, the karma is at 8,000. And look at the card that was coming next. Hopelessness. You're on the path to getting real fucked up. There will be no hope for you. There will be no escape for you. Your best bet right now is to stop adding to it because you are already full. From 500 units of karma to 8,000? What the fuck have you been doing in this life? This new life? It must be real bad because that's a crazy spike. Could you imagine seeing that on a graph? That shit's gonna look like we got 120. Let's say 120 start there, then you go 200, then you went to 400, then you went to 500. The shit just keep going up. Now you went to 8,000. That's off the charts, literally. Your karma just keep going up and up and up, and you thought that getting this new face and this new name is gonna bring you back to a clean slate, 150 units of karma. Where? That's a fallacy. You're lying to yourself. That's not how this works. You cannot change your spiritual DNA. You are who you are. You came out of the factory with your own code, with your own VIN number. Let's talk to you in car language, the little bit that I know. Just like how every engine have its own VIN number, every soul has its own VIN number. You cannot change it. You don't have that type of power. You can't file it off either. Well, most people can't. Maybe some high level magicians. You can file it off from people, but you can't file it off from God. Now that I know for sure. And ultimately, God is the one who issues karma. God is the one who gives out karma. So the one who you should be trying to file it off so that they can't see your number. You can't. You can't hide from God. Anywhere you go into the world, no matter what realm you're in, God can find you. God will find you. God know where you are at all times, bruv. You can even go on a different planet. God made that too. That's God territory. There's no way that you can go that you can hide from God. Karma will meet up with you. You will suffer that karma because you already did the crime. You will do your time. Your best bet is to stop accumulating so much bad karma for yourself because shit, gonna be you dealing with it. You and whoever is so unfortunate to be connected to you. Look, we got hopelessness, and look what's coming next. Hide. There's nowhere for you to hide, bruv. Let's see what's coming next now. I'm intrigued. You think that you can take down your unit slower by hiding? You're going to try hide again. Look, from 8,000 to 10,000, you're delusional. You cannot minimize your karma. Once it's already on there, it's already on there, unless God chooses to absolve you of your karma. I know in one instance in my story, God told one of the people, if you stop doing what you're doing now, I will absolve you of the karma that you've accumulated so far. And this idiot was just too something to take the bumbleclot deal. He was too foolish or too afraid or too godless or too something to take the deal. So I know that there are cases where God will absolve you of your crimes and give you a start over if you choose to stop whatever sin or crime you keep committing. If you're fortunate, God will give you that proposition. And this fool was too much of an idiot or too much of a coward to take it. I can only imagine what his karmic record looked like right now, but that's his fucking funeral and his pain in the future. I'm certainly not going to be the one that's attached to him. So we need to be very mindful of the energy that we're putting out into the world, because once you've accumulated this karma, it's very hard to minimize it. You can change your race and your face as much as you like to. God knows where to find you. So this mumu think that they're going to change the 8,000 units of karma back down to 300 by taking on a new persona, hiding again. And God said, this shit is just going to go up even more. 10,000, from 8,000 to 10,000. Because you think you're so clever. Let's see what happens next. And we got female energy. That's what you're going to collect. You're going to collect that karma. Female energy is the collection energy. You're going to collect that 10,000 units of karma, bro. Or, yeah, you and your new name. God's going to change your name for you since you love to change it. Since you love to change your name and your face so much thinking that you're going to run from karma. New name, vaccine. You think that your new name and your new identity can vaccinate you. To vaccinate someone is to basically make them immune. You think that your new name will make you immune to the politics of your life and the government. And this is not talking about the government and politics of the land. This is talking about spiritual politics, spiritual government, spiritual police. You think that it's going to vaccinate you? Your new name and new face and new location is going to vaccinate you from the politics of your life. It's not. You see? The politics of your new life. All your new lives. You've committed the crime, bruv. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. It's fluent in multiple languages. It doesn't matter where you go, who you become. That karma is stuck to you like glue. It don't matter what you change about yourself. It don't matter what you change about yourself. Understand what I am trying to tell you. You could change your nationality if you want to. The universe knows it's you. This is not about physical people anymore. This is about spiritual court. This is about spiritual police, spiritual judge, spiritual liar. The ones you can't bribe, you can't fool. Spiritual witnesses. They've seen everything, even your thoughts. They know your intentions. Fake passport. You can change whatever you feel like. You're not going to escape this karma. So if you know what's good for you, let's see what's coming next. You want to become Indian next? So from African to what? What race are you now? This person went from African to something, or is Indian gonna be their next their next personality? God know where you going. God know where you're going. God know where to find you, and you're going to pay for all the mayhem that you've left behind you. There's no escaping it. So you thought that changing your face and your race and getting this new life actually give you a new life. It does not. It give you a new life in the physical realm, not in the spiritual realm. You're still who you are. You are still everything that you have done in the spiritual realm. That is stuck to you like glue. Your best bet, your best move is to stop creating that bullshit. Stop building that shit. You've built up enough bad karma. Or maybe you haven't, as you were. You think it's a joke. To all those out there who are seeing this story, let this be a lesson to you. Do not take on the thought process like this idiot or these idiots. They think that they can escape their karma by running from the people that they have hurt. They're not considering the spirit realm that brings justice to the fatherless and the motherless and the helpless, the oppressed. They're not thinking about that. But God avenges the helpless. So even when people hurt babies, you think there's nobody seeing you, you believe that nobody know, and you believe that this child can't do anything to you because it's just a child. Yeah, you need to see what protects that child. The unseen. You need to see the unseen that protects that child. They know what you did. All y'all want to be into Obian, be into black magic and all these things. Y'all want to play the game, but y'all don't even know the rules. This is basic knowledge, and I'm not a person that's involved in those things, but just life itself. We need to recognize that life is physical and spiritual. If you can do things in the spiritual realm, that should be enough to tell you that there's a whole bunch of other things regarding the spiritual realm that you need to familiarize yourself with. Y'all are just doing things all willy-nilly like the spiritual realm don't come with laws and rules. How stupid are you? Y'all need to consider the unseen more often. Y'all keep messing up because you believe that if you don't see it, it doesn't exist. Meanwhile, the unseen is watching you do all the fuckery that you do, just waiting for the right time to make you pay. That's how it works. You see, the person's karma kept going up from 120. You thought you had problems with 120 units of karma? You thought you had problems when you had 500 units of karma? You went away, took on a new face and a new life and maybe a new race and accumulated 8,000 units of karma? Because you think you can just pack up and leave and go somewhere else and get a new face and a new name and a new passport and a new nationality and a new race, thinking that that's going to bring down your karma. No, because your case is not in the seen realms. Your case is now in the unseen realms. The same way that there's a government system here in the physical realm, there's a government system that runs the spiritual realm. There is police here in the physical realm. There is police policing the spiritual realm. Everything that you see on this physical realm is just a duplicate of what exists on the spiritual realm. Y'all need to stop minimizing the importance of the unseen, because that's the most important. That's the most important element of life, is that unseen realm. And we're here to wake you up to that realm. God avenges the helpless. God has always been policing the earth. Before we ever thought to make the first police force, there was a police force in order and in effect. And there will always be one, even after the physical police force dissolve. There is still a police force. So don't fool yourself into thinking about what they call that thing, the purge, where the physical police stand down and you could just do whatever you want for 24 hours and all. That's nonsense. That's a spiritual trap. You better make sure that you're doing right by people. If that person didn't hurt you, do not hurt them. You cannot hurt them just because you don't like them, or you're gonna pay for that. That's not a good reason to hurt someone. You cannot hurt someone because you are jealous of them. You're gonna pay for that. That's not a good reason to hurt someone. If that person hasn't wronged you, you better stay away from wronging them. And if you wrong them, you need to go and make it right, or else the spiritual police will make it right for you. And I promise you, you won't like it. The same way they didn't like whatever you did to them. Don't look at humble people and think that there's something to play with. There are unseen forces that protect every last one of us. Even the wicked man and wicked woman have unseen forces that protect them and bring them justice. Y'all should watch the karma readings that I did. Specifically, I think it's the Sagittarius. The Sagittarius reading. I think it's the Sagittarius man. There was a reading. You can watch all of them because there's lessons in all those last karma readings for us to learn from. But in one of the readings, there were a bunch of crooks, right? And the crook, it was a crew of crooks, and the crew got split into two groups. And one of the factions decided that they're going to be unfair to the other half, right? They split secretly. It's not an open split. It's like a secret split, right? So this faction decided it's going to wrong the other members of the group. And would you believe that God exercised karma on behalf of the criminals that were being done wrong? God is a just God. That's what the reading revealed. There's so much to learn from those readings. I recommend that we watch all of them. Even if it's not your sign, just watch their story and see how that shit works. Or listen to it like a podcast if you're doing something. But there's so much to learn on this channel about the spirit realm and the laws that govern it. The unseen. God's a justice for everybody, bruv. Everybody. It don't matter what you've done. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm here for you. That's how God see things. That's how God move. That's how God move. So the best thing that we can do to help ourselves is to stop wronging our brothers and sisters, our neighbors, our family members, our lovers. Stop wronging people. Stop doing wrong by people. It's gonna come back to you. Even if that person don't have a revengeful spirit, you're going to pay because God gonna make sure that you pay. That's how this thing works, bruv. I'm not lying to y'all. You can change your name and your face and your race as much as you like to. You cannot change your spiritual DNA. You can't change your spiritual DNA code. You come with hardware, spiritual hardware that is unique to you and you alone. You can maybe fool people, but you can't fool God. You cannot change your spiritual hardware to fool God, the God of justice. It don't matter how many times you change, God know where to find you at all times. And God will execute justice on behalf of the people that you wronged in your past. That's how it works. So to all those people who think y'all being so clever, thinking you're gonna do a whole bunch of nonsense and then just fake your death and change your face and change your race and change your name and change your language and change some of your mannerisms and nobody gonna ever know it's you, those aren't the people that you need to hide from. That's not the direction that you need to look in when your karma is coming back to slap you. So who's the fool here? You are. You've been fooling yourself. So you might know somebody with a new face or something, even if you never know this person before, and you see life hitting them real hard, life doing them some real fucked up things, and you don't even know who this person is and what they've done in their past. Don't be so quick to be feeling sorry for people. Let's not be so quick to always feel sorry for people. Some people, when you see them suffering, it's their own karma come back to get them. Do not feel sorry for these people. They knew what they were doing when they were doing it. That's why they run away. That's why they hide. That's why they lie about it. They knew they were wrong. And karma know that they were wrong. So them and karma have a meeting. They've been called into spiritual court and their sentence, they've been given their sentence. And they're going to have to endure that sentence. And they don't need to say a word to God. They don't need to say a word in court because the heavens already saw everything that they did, every thought that they had, every time they were constructing their plans. They were being watched. We are being watched. The US think they're big brother. That ain't big brother. That is not big brother. Big brother don't need no camera. And big brother see and know everything. US big brother can't see our thoughts. Not all of us, only the ones that they're targeting. But God, the real big brother, God see and know all of our thoughts at the same time. Play with fire, you're gonna get burned, bruv. You plant seeds of destruction, you will reap fruits of destruction. Equally so, if you plant seeds of flourishing, you will reap fruits that help you flourish. It's better to bless someone than curse them. Because when you curse others, you curse yourself. Thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time, we gonna see you around. Yeah, bruv. Until next time, you guys. Bye bye.